All right, so this is a deck type bracket from the decks we have. I'm not surprised that Masked Heroes with Restar is the most popular. I did recommend that as the best deck to play in the KC Cup if you are skilled enough to play it, which if you're at the top of the ladder, you're likely skilled enough to play it. Very good. In the order of decks I was telling you guys to play, it was Masked Heroes, Girja, and Silvans as a category of the best decks. Then I told you to play Archfiends. But because of Grit made Cyber Angels even better to play. And Grit made Silvans even better than they were. Now we got Deckmaker, the #1 rank 1 global. Was he playing multiple decks? Yes, he was. All of these decks. He's played all of these decks, so this is not really useful to us. We don't really know what deck he played the most with. Did he play a deck to 0 to 20? Did he just keep swapping his decks in and out? Who knows, but here are, I guess, 5 great decks that you could get from Deckmaker. He likes to make decks, that's his name. Okay, 2 ties. I would play 3 ties. I'm not a big fan of Memory Loss, but Memory Loss is a good tech, so very good. I did not like Powerful Rebirth, so this might have been an early build. He probably didn't use this at the top of the ladder, his Girja build. Now, his Masked Heroes, it's a very well-built deck. I think this is very close to ideal. This is pretty much ideally how I would build it. This is probably 1 card off. I was thinking about going down to 1 Decider with Malicious. I have concluded that Malicious is the way to play this deck. Even though it bricks, you can draw it, you can be very upset with it and not have a polymerization to use with it. I think you do need to play 3 Vian. You could play 1 to 2 Decider. Some people play this same monster count with 2 Decider. I do think Dreamer is optimal. Now, Trunade, Chalice, and Econ. I think if you play Malicious, you should play Destiny Draw. Destiny Draw drawing into your mass change and using it with Malicious is very important. The breakdown screenshot is in the, yes. Just so you guys know, this is obviously not 100 decks right here, okay? This is from what we've collected, okay? So, a very beautifully built deck, 20 cards. The changes you could possibly do here is play 2 Polymerization, which I would probably prefer over Trunade. I don't know, Trunade is great. I'm not telling you not play it, but just these are all great cards. You could possibly go up on 3 Econ, 3 Chalice, 2 Poly, potentially 2 Trunade. These are the cards you would play with. I would not touch D-Draw, I would not touch Mass Change, and I would not touch the monster count. And then I would say you have an ideal Masked Hero deck to play for the KC Cup. This is ideal, very good. I like it. Destiny Calling, not a fan of the Drill Dark Destiny Calling deck. I think you struggle to draw into Mass Change, so I'm not a big fan of this. Archfiends, we all know that I played Archfiends from like 0 to 20. This I like Archfiends. The problem is consistency. I don't know if I'd play Grit with Archfiends. I'm not sure about that. This is almost exactly what I played, but instead of 2 Divine Wraths, I played 2 Lilas. Okay, Grit. Now, this is something I noticed in the KC Cup. A lot of people were playing Snipe Hunter, and oh my lord, were they getting lucky as hell on me. I was getting sniped like crazy. So Snipe Hunter is potentially good. I just would not prefer in this. I would literally, in this build, I would probably just put in a 3rd Herm Tree. But you know what? The Snipe Hunter is actually very good. You're playing against a Set Kush, summon Snipe Hunter, discard your Rose Lover, discard your Caraway Champion, and go off. Good stuff. Very good. Triple Econ with Grit. Cyber Angels became much better with Grit. I did not recommend you play Cyber Angels at the top of the ladder, but then you got Grit. So Grit made it much better because you got to go all out to Econ them. So if they're at 4,000 life and you go for the Econ take, it's not in your favor to win. You have like a 5 to 10% chance that it's gonna work or not, like 10 to 15. So yeah, Cyber Angels became much better. As you saw Gianna, she could just beat down everyone with Cyber Angels. Crazy. Now this is a crazy build. This is not standard at all. This came out of nowhere. I don't know what the hell this is. I do want to play this on stream. Backup Writer. Like, I clicked off of it because I want to zoom in for you guys. What the hell is this deck? Backup Writer. Normal spell, target 1 face-up monster on the field. It gains 1500 attack until the end of this turn. And then you just Trunade. Maybe he didn't own a 3rd Trunade, so he's playing a Gyoku. Gyoku is very good for Pulse Mine. So you know what? Maybe he did choose to play Gyoku. I know when I was playing Girja, I think someone Gyoku'd my Pulse Mines, and for the rest of the KC Cup, I was so afraid of Gyoku. Like, I was okay if they hate Trinade, because obviously you could Pulse Mines, but once I got Gyoku'd once, I was sweating for the rest of the KC Cup. Like, if I would turn one, if I would set a Pulse Mines and I would Ties of Brethren, I had to think to activate my Pulse Mines before they even do anything, because there was a chance that I could get Gyoku'd. So Gyoku made me really upset as a Girja player. Duel standby even. So I do want to try this out. Into the Void. This is a sack deck. Very interesting. And he says he got rank 3 global. Let's see how often he played it. I think he did it. He did it for his first 20,000 points. So these are all listed in order. 20,000, 30,000. And then I guess his best performing deck was Cyber Angels and Girja. Girja got him to 50k. Very good. Teched in Different Dimension Ground. If you're going to play a side deck card like Different Dimension Ground, yeah, only play one. Only play one. You play two, it's too much. Canadia is good for the mirror match to stop their Ties of Brethren. Econ Take mostly will not work because it checks your deck when you Econ Take their Ties of Brethren target. I'm not a fan of Mirror Wall, but Mirror Wall is actually great against Masked Heroes. It really is. Mirror Wall will cuck a Masked Hero player, because a Masked Hero player, they're gonna swing in with their Masked Hero Anki, and they're not gonna activate anything. They're gonna go to the damage step with you because they are dependent on getting Anki's effect to search another mass change, and then they're gonna summon another Anki. So Mirror Wall is great against Masked Heroes, and it's also great against Hate Trinade. So yeah, that's, if you're struggling against Masked Heroes, consider Mirror Wall. You're gonna win the game with Mirror Wall, because I tell you, I promise you, every Masked Hero player did not play around Mirror Wall. That's a scoop. Mirror Wall is a scoop against Masked Heroes. It really is. Now, Fragrant Storm. Fragrant Storm is for the mirror match. I'm not a fan of it because it's not a quick play spell. It is target a plant monster on the field, destroy that target, and if you do draw one card, then if that card is a plant type monster, you could reveal it and draw one more card. That's great. They have a Guardy Oak. They have a Herm Tree on the field. Destroy it. Good stuff. Now, I'm not going to go through every single deck. I'm just looking for interesting stuff. We already talked about Grip being good in Silvans and Cyber Angels. We got to look at this interesting deck. We talked about Mirror Wall. Okay, let's move on. Anything interesting? Kind of standard. Okay, Glading. Good job. Okay, Grit. Now, Hazy Flame. Here we go. Something interesting. I don't know if Glading said how he did with Hazy. He did, I think. Okay, he got the 45k. Then he went from 45k. He went from 45k to 60k with Hazy Flame. That is very good. That is high performance. So I do want to test out Hazy Flame. The barrier of entry for Hazy Flame right now, if you want to play Dinethrium, is this is an ultra rare ticket. So if you spend your ultra rare ticket on something else, this is, I think you could only have 2 Dinethrium right now. As we go into the next month, you could have 3. So far you can only have 2. That's 120 ranked wins for an ultra rare ticket, I believe. So I do want to test this with Swamp Mirror. Very good. Swamp Mirror, Beast Rising, and Dinethrium with Hazy. The Sylvan effects cannot target Hazy Flame Sphinx. If you get a Beast Rising on Hazy Flame, you pretty much win against Sylvans and a lot of decks. Okay, very good. I do want to play that. Andy Singh. Okay, very good. Standard. He only played that. This is random. Come on, this is garbage. This is, get out of here. Believe it or not, yeah, right, get out of here. All right, Masked Heroes. It says best deck in the format. This is from Look at God. Yes, Masked Heroes are very good. Cosmic Cyclone, Gyoku, and Hate Trinade are all, you know, deciding between those are great choices. All right, Cyber Angels, good with Grit. Anything interesting? Hollow Life Barrier is pretty good in the mirror match because you want to be able to deal. When I was playing Girjas, when you're playing Girja, Pulse Mines is what you need for Masked Heroes. Like, if you Ties of Brethren against Masked Heroes and any of your monsters are in attack and you have like just an Econ in your back row or possibly no back row, you will lose to 1 mass change because they just need to swing over once. You're at 2,000 life, you drop down below 1,200, and then they swing directly for game. So yeah, that's not good. That's why I think Does Aster have restart? I think you need to play restart with Aster, with a lot of characters, because you want them to think you're playing masked heroes. If you could be quick with your restart, because they'll think it's a Destiny calling. They'll play around mass change. Because if they think you're playing masked heroes and you're playing and you're not playing gear, and you're playing against Girja, and they think you're playing masked heroes and you're not playing masked heroes, they potentially will play Ties of Brethren with all their monsters in defense to play around it. And I'm thinking if that's even the optimal way to play it, where you have to turn one arsenal for your monster in defense, and then summon the rest of the field in defense. Jason, very good with Grit Cyber Angels. All right, good job, Jason. A lot of people are giving shout outs to Jason for their masked hero deck. He did get first place in the MCS, so very good. Good job, Jason. I think he played card for card the same deck he played in the MCS, so good stuff. Sun, good stuff. Now I don't see it. Yeah, I'm looking for Invader of Darkness. This is good. Standard Karibo for the extra protection. Surprise Archfiend Giant. I'm not a fan of that. All right, here we go. This is from Aurora. Invader of Darkness is very good against masked heroes. I think, isn't that like a scoop? Isn't that a scoop, right? Let's look at Jason. Do you just, I think they need a Trinity, a Vision Hero Trinity to deal with it. You can't Econ, you can't Chalice. You need Trinity, basically, and Decider to not be attacked, but they'll eventually get over the Decider. So Invader is almost an instant win versus mass heroes if they don't Trinity you. So very good. More Invader. Good stuff. Good stuff. I thought about using Invader, but I felt like the deck was already having consistency issues that I decided against it. All right, anything else interesting? Let me zoom out a bit. I think that's pretty much it for the Casey Cup Top 100. Another Hazy Flame deck. I do definitely want to test stuff like this, so good stuff. Now, there's something that's not on here I need to talk to you about. Something I need to talk about. It's very important. Very important. I'm going to bring it up on screen, then I'm going to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to show you. There is a heated debate right now if it's bugged or not. Some of you guys already know what I'm talking about. I will test it. There's also a heated debate if I should ban it from my tournaments.